So I'll pause here. I think I'll spend good amount of time here because there are a lot of things which are there here, and this is not the complete final setup list for sure. But I think I'm trying to project more or less lot of majority of the roles, and the role name could change from company to company, profile to profile. But I think these are the bucket of roles which it fits in. Right? If you see cloud roles, technical, non-technical, right? Technical, cloud architect. You can think of cloud architect is someone who is like who can design and implement company's cloud strategy. Let's say there's a company which wants to go from non-cloud, where they have their own on-premises, or the first time they want to move to cloud, or the first time they are evolving into business. These architects provide a roadmap and strategy how to go into which cloud, and same time which cloud provider is right, whether AWS is right, whether GCP is right, whether Azure is right, or whether something is right. They will think about that. So these guys, primarily these roles, ensure everything stays on track on the budget, company's vision from technical standpoint, business standpoint. Are they meeting or not? Are they going smooth or not? So that is the architect. Primarily, he is an architect, or they are an architect for enabling their business to go into cloud. Think about it. Let's say if we need to build our house, right? We need an architect, right? First, architect is the first person who will say, okay, this is the structure looks like, these are things which you need to use it. Here is a cost it might happen, overall, all the similar, more or less similar to that. You can analyze it. I think if you see here, the way from top to bottom, you can think of these as descending order of payment or salaries, what they get. The topmost cloud architects are the topmost paying compared to anyone else. Then comes data engineers. Certain companies call them as data scientists or data engineers. What do they do, right? Data, I think. So primarily, without cloud also these roles are there. But when you attach cloud, their role changes a lot extent. So without cloud, architect has to have experience on a lot of technology around implementation or figuring it out. Oh, they need to do a lot of exploration around, does this software is right for me or not? Does this design pattern is right for me or not? Of course, they need to do in cloud as well, but cloud will simplify a lot of things because cloud implicitly has implemented all those best practices, design practices. They need to just pick from very few in the first place, similar to data engineer as well. If it is outside of cloud, data engineer has to build a lot of ML, or they need to build a lot of analytics tools, or get a lot of multiple tools to work together. But when you go to cloud, there are already tools which work very smooth to get extent, or work with 2-3 tools to get understand data and build business reports, or help building the pipelines which are required there. So these guys, primarily cloud data scientists or data engineers, develop organization systems so that massive amount of volumes which are widely there across the organization, which are coming from different sources into the cloud infrastructure. How can they get the data into more effective way so that they can get best visible insights, so that their CIOs, CXOs can take best decisions. That's what they do in general. Organize their data in a seamless and right fashion so that get the insights more. Then cloud engineers, I think this is one of the thing which is going everywhere. People want cloud engineers. It's a cloud engineer is responsible for managing aspects of company cloud strategies. Okay, cloud architect define the strategy. Okay, here is the strategy. We will go to this cloud. Here is the way path will decide. This is the phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Phase 1 will implement these things. To implement those strategies, what cloud architect laid out, along with cloud architect, cloud engineers work together to make those strategies into implementation, right? So they work along with architects to ensure the strategy is implemented. I'm not going deep there because I'm just giving the at least highlight information, different roles, what is there. An engineer, cloud engineer could work with different services which are there. If someone is working on only infrastructure, cloud engineer, they might work on building multiple Linux machines to scale for their system, or they might work on Kubernetes kind of thing. They might work on Docker, they may build an application kind of thing. Overall, their role is to implement the strategy which is laid out by architect. Some senior cloud engineers are also cloud architects, depends on company to company. How are you running with time? 7:40, okay. So the other few more things like cloud consultant, sales specialist, I think sales fall into technical as well as non-technical role, both. Sales specialist is someone who is having technical knowledge, but not so much extensive or deep as engineers or architect, but they should be able to address and answer questions around cloud and their infrastructure or their services when they're discussing with their business partners or clients. We can call them consultants, sales specialists, where they say, oh, here is a business, probably this system, this cloud is right for you. And here is a way you can go in it. So they primarily get the business, or before go start tech, these guys deep dive more on those. Then next is DevOps engineer, where, okay, development happened, strategy happened, but how do they make this complete installations, infrastructure development into operational efficiencies more, right? So it is like your continuous integration pipelines, continuous deployments, or cloud provides multiple options. You can log into cloud websites, web page and do it manually, or it provides scripting where you can automate all the infrastructure setup, all those things, plus application development, deployment, all those things. DevOps engineers mainly focus on automating these deployment life cycles, CI/CD pipelines, or infrastructure as code. So every time someone need not go and click it. If something goes down, how can the other thing come up? Scalability kind of thing. DevOps really takes care of those things in the cloud environment primarily. And then the other thing is cloud security specialist. Given cloud is available for us, the end users, but it has to be deployed and architected in a security intensive way, so that right set of principles are applied, right set of permissions are given, right set of roles are given. Not everybody is having super admin user. Not everybody is having write access. Not everybody is having read access. So there are a lot of security aspects going into the picture. So security specialists primarily responsible for ensuring the integrity and security of the company in line with their company policies and applying those in the cloud as such. So they do a lot of auditing against threats, security threats, or defend against the security threats which are happening to their cloud environment. While cloud providers provide all these things, tools, but it has to be implemented for their organizations, because each organization might have their own security principles or policies as such, right? And if they identify any breaches, how can they recover from the breaches? How can they protect security data? And their goal is to eliminate the security gaps overall and reduce the security gaps so that breach occurs in the first place. If breach occurs, how can they protect it and save the business downtime or overall impact to the end user, not losing credentials, any information, all those things. So security, this is one of the hottest market within the cloud as well as outside the cloud itself, security. And there will be always demand for security specialist, and it's one of the very niche and very deep skill, which people needs a lot of focus, understand the fundamentals of technology, computer, how it works, different exchange information, how they work, all those things. They need to be expert in that. The next one is support engineer. Okay, we have deployed, developed everything, right? There has to be someone who maintain it, right? Something goes wrong or not, someone to monitor it, all those things. So those are support engineers who usually work with their business partners, everyone, all those things to make sure it is supported 24/7, all those things. Their roles for support engineers as well, right? Then the administrators. Okay, let's say I'll give a class analogy, right? Okay, we get MacBook or we get Windows machine laptop, right? Or we have Windows server, let's say. Can everybody go and install Windows in the right way, with right security, right infrastructure, right patterns, all those things? Not necessarily, right? Not everybody, being an engineer, not they need not know the administration capabilities of a given software or a given Linux or given network also, right? So there is a demand for administrators. It could be database administrators, it could be network administrators, it could be overall application administrators, that anything you can think of, right? They primarily develop, enforce policies. They say, okay, these are the standards which we need to apply for managing these servers, all those things. And they take care of them. And they day to day they'll update it, they find out, okay, are there any patches to be updated? We need to upgrade all those things. They'll take care of those things. So that's about technical roles. Coming to non-technical roles, I think these non-technical roles are primarily for anyone who is not technically sound, but still, if someone is technically very good, they can also go into these non-technical roles, like product managers, right? Who is product manager, right? If you see, let's say if I need to build a mobile application for a business, right? Product managers will define how the product should look like, what's the strategy, how the product should look like, what different flows should be there, what kind of value does the product provide to end users. They are the product managers. Then coming to cloud, how do they do it? Okay, our business vision is this one. What kind of tools which we need to use, or services which cloud providers are providing, which will go in line with our business strategy and merge here. So that's the strategy which product managers will provide. So those kind of roles are also available. Sales executives, where like sales managers, who is not really technical, but they go and take the presentations from engineering teams or sales specialists and then go and execute, go to the different companies, or it's like marketing team primarily. More than marketing, after marketing, executives who will go and convey or discuss and close the deals with sales, clients about why they should purchase, what's the business value, what's the impact going to the cloud will provide, all those things. For this, having more community skills, closing skills, ability to talk to people in a right way, convince them with right data points is important. In the cloud program manager, right? When a company is moving from non-cloud to cloud, it is a massive exercise where small companies are becoming it. And not just one team will work it. Of course, for startups, it can be 5-6 people, they'll start with it. We might not see so many roles in startups. But in bigger organizations where they are moving towards cloud, all the operations can't be done with one team, right? There will be multiple teams, hundreds of teams or tens of teams, 2-digit teams kind of thing, where they'll have it. There will be a lot of programs being run. Okay, we need to get infrastructure, one program. We need to get security, another program. We need to get application, another program. Multiple programs will be running from business standpoint or milestone standpoint. There is a need for project and program managers who will oversee all these things within the cloud, with the cloud knowledge, whether these guys are going on pace or they unblock themselves, helping the teams. I think these are the non-technical roles which are available. There are other roles, other cloud leaders who are leading the organizations with cloud capabilities. They don't know anything, but they understand the impact of cloud, what the vision of cloud organization. Multiple roles are there, but I think Overall, these are the roles which are there. And if you guys, I think I would highly recommend you to go into individual cloud providers. See, for each of these roles, there is specialist learning skills kind of thing are there in the market. Okay, let's move to next. Okay.